time to make it happen.
Green flag.
Here in Hampton, Georgia.
Looked like those teammates did a pretty good job of getting locked together. Sam Mayer on Sheldon Creed's bumper. Creed's clear. Is he going to stay with his teammate, or will he move up, try to protect that run on the outside? They're going to have a big run down the back. You see him getting locked together. You can see the back of those cars moving around. So, interesting point, because we saw Brandon Jones have a moment to Joe Gibbs' racing car. We saw the 18 have a moment.
Oh, there goes
one.
action.
First caution of the night comes out early. 31 is Blaine Perkins, and the aforementioned William Sawalich in the 18 got a piece of that as well, and others, it looked like, got some damage checking up and trying to avoid it.
I can't wait to hear some radio from these drivers, because we've seen multiple cars.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this Parker right there.
That's left.
Happens each week. It's terrible.
I think the 16 may have had a moment here and got into the 31.
It's Eckes in the 16.
Yeah,
he got some damage.
Self-cleared himself a little bit there, it looked like to me.
You got to have a little bit more gap right now. It's only 3 laps into the race. I mean, that's just too early to be cutting gaps like that, way too close. So Eckes will probably want to think back on that one. Maybe the 31 got out of the gas and the 16 was feeling comfortable that he could be wide open on entry there to turn 3, but the rest of the calamity that it causes behind him is certainly not good for the other guys.
You see Leland Honeyman Jr. drive through there, had a top 10 earlier this year, and he's able to sneak through in the 70.
Yeah, some good moves by some guys in the back to be able to squeak through. 71 got down there low, 44. But tough break for many of these guys here. They weren't expecting that early.
As we return to the green flag, Creed making it happen from that outside lane.
Here we go.
Yeah, but Connor is doing just as good a job of giving Sheldon Creed the push he needs. We'll see what happens.
Both of them are.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here on the exit of turn 2.
Pretty even 1-2 here.
Creed's going to want to like pull away just a little bit so the side draft doesn't work, and got the 2 on the bottom separated. Oh, Jesse Love got really lucky right there that he was able to slide up behind Zilich.
We thought the 2 was going to push the 21 to the front. The 2 got the gap.
That inside lane making Austin Hill look human right now.
He looks a little vulnerable. I think that's a really good assessment. When we were here in February, he would have had the lead right there. It just didn't matter what happened.
He had a moment, big moment.
My goodness, Almirola out of line in the 19. Here's that move, though, when Almirola gets out of line. Not sure how this is going to work out, and boom. I mean, that could have been huge.
Wow. Yeah, I thought the 21 had to lift because he got a little bit free on entry, but no, that was just a fuel pickup problem where he had.
Look at Allgaier in the fuzz on top.
Yeah, digging.
Spraying smoke.
Yep, just digging
That's
up there.
awesome.
And Annunziata has also been a very positive asset for this group, especially when we go road racing. Very talented at that skill set. And now we get a caution. Just over 10 laps to go, stage 1.
Weather in the area.
Through the EchoPark restart zone and back to green.
Gosh, that outside row is really formed up. Jesse Love able to give Sam Mayer a huge push down into turn 1. We'll see. I'm going to guess that they're going to stay side by side more with the limited amount of laps that we have left. Maybe not fighting. Oh, that's aggressive.
There goes Love.
Wow.
Turn to the inside. Sieg is in it. So many drivers involved. Big crash as we go back green.
Catherine Lake had a huge, huge impact to the inside wall.
It looked like Creed made it through that initial deal, so he must have got caught up after the fact.
Yeah, he's on that outside lane where everything's just sort of accordioning together and just backing up, and he might not have been able to get checked up in time and obviously hit. Oh, yeah, he's clear. He's clean.
Right there.
He's clean right now.
Where's it come from?
Sammy
right
Smith.
There.
Oh.
Wow. A slew of rookies inside the top 10. Dies up there. Sanchez, Eckes, Dean Thompson. How about Brennan Poole? Matt DiBenedetto, top 5 earlier this year at Talladega. Connor Zilich, who was going to flip the stage, actually going to get a couple of stage points. He finishes 9th in stage 1.
Yes. Put some laps on the board, boys.
Whose
come on.
Good at the beginning, who's going to handle at the end. Let's see how this race is going to play out.
They make their way through the EchoPark Automotive Restart Zone, and we're rolling again this second stint of the race.
Gosh, nobody connected right there on that initial restart. You see Honeyman gets to the back of Connor Zilich. A couple of junior motorsports cars right there on the front row.
I said a lot of drivers up there that probably aren't used to being in this situation, and you don't want to take it too far, right? was running up there inside the top 10.
Yeah, and we saw DiBenedetto kind of pulling down on a few people, but oh, you see just a little contact right there. They're both trying to side draft each other and just made contact there on the front stretch, and Sanchez came out on the wrong end of that. I think he got a little lucky right there, Kyle, with that splitter. Like, I see it dug in a little bit, but it doesn't look like it did.
It could have been way worse, right?
Could have been way worse. I'd be more concerned with what he drug driving back to the pits. Yeah, that's pretty minimal.
Oh, so these restarts are getting bigger and bigger as weather looms. Drivers coming through the EchoPark Automotive restart zone.
Yeah, and you saw the two junior motorsports drivers both chose the top lane. Carson's going to give Connor a little bit of a shove here down into turn 1, hoping they can clear that inside lane. I'm going to tell you what, the 99's been pretty good. He's a good at drafting. He's been side drafting, really aggressive.
Jesse Love continues to move up, and there goes Harrison Burton.
Keep it out of the wall if you can here. Watch that inside wall. There you go.
That is a remarkable save to keep it off the wall.
He says he got tight. I'll believe him, but I know he was just wanting that hole.
Yeah, and you can tell that right before he got there, he's like, I'm not going to make it, and I'm trying to get away. But it already had started, like, you know, the effect of Harrison checking up, and Honeyman wasn't able to check up as much, and it just doesn't take much of a hit. And it's be great experience for Carson being on the front row, and he's got a fast car behind him, pushing him down into turn 1. But oh, Jesse Love's going to try to get to the outside again.
And there we got a spinner. And we'll see if this produces a caution.
Keep it rolling.
And it does. It's Jeremy Clements. Thought it was Jeremy. Hey, I want to shout out our crew, too, because it's a long day for the men and women behind the scenes in the TV compound, and just all the folks that work so hard and get here early in the day and don't leave till it's all done. So we commend you and we thank you as we end stage 2 here. Jones from Atlanta, been doing it a long time in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and tonight, for the first time in his career, he gets a stage victory at his home track. Through the EchoPark restart zone. Taylor Gray, the jump in the outside lane.
Yeah, and Honeyman did not get a good restart right there, but Harrison Burton's going to push him up to the bumper of the 54. Not much help on the bottom.
And he's getting an education tonight, and now pushing Harrison Burton, who had the spin. The 25 is back.
25 is loose, it looks like. You see him washing up the racetrack a little bit in the back, kind of working out. One thing to watch here is you see Eric Almirola leading this. He's in great position, obviously leading him. He's got a teammate behind him. But if you watch, he's not running the bottom, he's not running the top. He kind of enters, and he's using like all the racetrack. So it's not really opening up a lane for anybody, and it's such a comfortable position for him to be in right now.
Talking about fuel and all those guys going to full save mode here under caution, no doubt. And there's the 91.
It almost looked like he was coming to the pits and spun out. What do you think?
I think he just wanted to try it Mike's way.
Green flag here.
Sanchez out of line. Zilich with him. 3 wide into the corner. And still pushing out front. Dean Thompson, a shove to Mayer. Can the 41 get clear? Look at Gray pushing Almirola the lead. 54 to second. Gibbs 1-2 as Sanchez comes through to third.
That's incredible. Sanchez, the spin, he recovers to get stage points, and here he is in third in a terrific position. If this stays green, to be able to go on and win this race.
Well, and it's almost like the racing gods paying him back, because I think about how many times they've been in a great position late in the race and then something went wrong, and we get caution number 8. Debris on track, and you know what? You start having some crashes.
That's what adds. You're going to have one of those.
And then you get some debris. Restart, 24 remaining. Sanchez trying to hang with Almirola as we return to the green flag.
Oh, yeah. Business is picked up here. Look at how tight all those guys are. Oh, Jesse Love is loose right there, getting pushed.
Look at Mayer peeking to the outside. 41, green and white car.
Oh, the inside's got a little bit of momentum right here. Can Jesse Love stay on him? We saw Allgaier get the lead on the bottom in a late restart last.
So aggressive. Look at Sanchez
he's got
here.
Him cleared right here. Can he slide up in front of him? I would. There you go. Yeah, take your chance.
Had so many fantastic finishes at this racetrack.
Caution's out.
Heard the call on the radio, debris.
Dang it. 9th
yellow of the night.
Yeah, and Eric Almirola and Carson Quapple are going to play a big factor in this as the leaders are.
And remember, once we get the white flag, next flag ends the race. You want to make sure you're out front at the white.
Oh, they got him. Look at that
lane. Carson Quapple shoving the 2 of Jesse Love out front.
It's almost identical to what we saw here in February where that inside lane got the run. We'll see if they're able to generate anything. Oh, Sanchez is sideways off the front bumper of the 19.
Yeah, what a push from Almirola. Sanchez back up to second.
Jesse Love's going to have to do some defending here.
Love leads, 6 to go. Sanchez looking to his inside.
Wow, the whole group went with him. Look
Look
at that.
at that. 2 drivers out front looking for their first career victory.
Big runs that they had there. I thought Jesse was going to be in a good position, but the whole group decided to go with. When they're single file, they'll generate a huge run. He can kind of manipulate these 2 lanes right now if he can get them to stay side by side.
Mayer's up there. Daniel, what a save!
Wow.
Incredible job to hang on to it in the corner, 4 to go.
And Sanchez does not want another restart. He survived losing the lead on this one. He's finally put himself back in a good position.
Nick Sanchez trying to hang on. Rookie driving for Big Machine. Back to the front straightaway. It's the 48, Nick Sanchez, who hangs on for his first career victory.
Wow.